Hi everybody, it's Michelle. So, okay, you've just been diagnosed with diabetes. You have been at your doctor's 3, 4, 8 times maybe, and every time there's new information, there's new questions, there's new things that you have to learn. And there is absolutely no way that you're going to be able to absorb all of this information in just a really short amount of time, which is almost what you have to do to keep this under control. So I'm going to kind of go over just a few just basics for you so that, if you're away from home, you're traveling, visiting, whatever, maybe you can be a little bit more prepared. So the first thing, excuse me, the first thing that I want to cover is what kind of supplies should you cover with or carry with you. And let me show you what I've got. And it's actually just a big zipper box. It's actually really nice. I love it. It's sturdy. It doesn't crush real easy, that kind of stuff. So you can, if you end up throwing a bunch of stuff in the car, you don't have to worry about crushing it. The first part of it I have, and I just kind of leave it laying around inside. I just zip it up closed if I'm going to do this. Let me see if I can get this out here for you to see a little bit better. There's my glucometer. And then I have a bottle of test strips that I always carry with me. And, of course, the Lancet device, because I don't particularly like poking my fingers without it. You can if that's something that you're okay with doing. And then this container, one of the reasons I love this thing so much is that, there we go, is I can unzip it here and get it unzipped for you. Here's the inside, and it's just like a big storage box. And this is one of my insertion devices for one of my sets for my insulin pump. This is the sensor for a continuous glucose monitoring system if I ever get one again. Always a bottle of insulin. And of course, remember now to take care in extreme weather where you're keeping this. If it's going to be like left out in the car in the summertime, make sure you keep an ice pack in here that you can keep it cool. You don't want your insulin getting too hot or too cold in the wintertime. If you can take it with you in and out of the car, that would be a really good idea. I also keep the reservoir for my insulin set for my pump in here. And this is actually a new kind of Medtronic. It's called Mio. It is an insertion device plus the actual set itself. I don't know if you can see that or not. Oh, I got it upside down for you. How do you like that? There we go. Let's see if I can try this again. No? Alright, I'm just going to quit screwing with you. So anyway, this has an insertion device with it. It's called a Mio. If you want to look it up on medtronicdiabetes.com, they have a whole lot of information actually on their website. They have classes you can go through. And I love all the help they've been with me for the last 16 years or so that I've been on a pump. So, but those are things that you want to carry with you. If your glucometer requires batteries, you always want to have an extra battery for it. For my insulin pump, I always keep an extra battery for it. And these are just things that I set in this box and I leave them there. If I'm changing my site here at home, I'll just go over to where I keep all my stuff stored and I grab something out of there. So that way I don't have to worry about running out. One of the other things that you really should have, and you're going to want to check with your laws where you're at as far as disposal, but I keep a sharps container to put my sharps in, because you don't want to just be throwing this stuff out anywhere, especially your needles, because, some people will find them and reuse them for other things, so you want to be able to store these and dispose of them legally and properly. So that's something else to keep in mind. So at some point in your diabetes care, at some point you guys are probably going to get prescribed some other medications. And what I have done, because I actually take several, and it's kind of like 4 times a day, 6 times a day, it really varies. But what I have done is I invested in this like a Lazy Susan for medication. And what it is you can put all your meds up in here. you know, like in a lot of cases, you can get a 3-month supply, so you can put all your extras up in here, but you can put a month's worth down here, and then you can just take out, you know, one day at a time. There's a couple of things that does, and one is that it eliminates, did I take that pill today? Or did I take it at such and such a time? You know it. If it's gone, you know you've taken it. If it's still there, you know you haven't. It's also really convenient for, you know, going to town. You don't have to gather up all your pills, throw them in a big bag, carry that with you. You know, you have your whole day's worth here. That being said, one of the other things you're going to want to do that I have found very helpful, and I kind of learned the hard way, is set yourself up a spreadsheet. List all your medications, list, you know, what the dosage is, when you take them, what they're for, and if you get the opportunity, one of the things I found really helpful is if you get a picture online of what that specific brand of that pill looks like and add that into your spreadsheet. That way, if emergency personnel are called, or, you know, you've got somebody new maybe hanging out with you, trying to help you out, it's very easy to look at it, look this stuff up, and, you know, find what medications you need. What happened to me several years ago was I was not anywhere near this organized. I mean, I had a tray for my pills, but I didn't really stick by it, I guess. And I had a site failure, so I was going into a diabetic coma, and the emergency crew showed up. And they were trying to look through all of my pill boxes and everything and trying to decide what pills I had and hadn't taken, and they came to the conclusion that I had overdosed on my pain meds, which I hadn't, but because they couldn't account for everything, that was the first thing that they went to, and I was treated for that, unfortunately, which was miserable in itself. But that being said, I mean, they did what they felt was right at the time. If I had had a setup like this monthly one and a list of my meds and all of my other meds were out where they could see them, they would have just immediately gone right into taking care of the insulin problem. So, you know, that's something to keep in mind also. I hope this helps. I hope it kind of helps get you maybe a little organized, a little set up. Remember, for disposal, and that kind of stuff, make sure that you find out what your laws are in your area as far as actually throwing away these containers. I think they vary from place to place, state to state, so, you know, I want to make sure you do that right. So, but, you know, just take care of yourself. Keep yourself a running list of questions to ask your doctor, or ask me. You know, you can leave a comment down below. Excuse me. You can connect with me on Facebook at facebook.com/TiltonDiabetes. You can also catch me on Twitter at MichelleDroninT. So, you know, I'm here. I'm available. If you have any questions, let me know. So just test your blood sugars, know where they are, keep a running account of that. Take care of yourself. Subscribe, share, please. Let's get this information out there to everybody. I love you guys so very much. Thanks for sharing this with me. And I look forward to hearing from you and seeing you soon. Bye.